Hello and welcome back to The Oily Life. So today we are jumping right into the soap making. I'm making a custom rainbow soap that someone ordered from me to give out as Christmas gifts this year, which I think is a super fun idea. But rainbow soaps can be a little bit more involved, so I decided to go the voiceover route so I could concentrate on making the soap a little bit better. So I'm just pouring my lye water into my melted oils and butters here, and I do put sodium lactate in my lye water, and there is also coconut milk in my soap batter here. So I'm just going to give that a quick blend. So I just took this to a light trace. I want it to stay pretty fluid since I'm going to be using so many colors today. So just a real light trace and going to play it conservatively as far as the stick blending. And now I'm going to go ahead and get in my essential oil. This is a lavender essential oil soap, and I had the lavender in some kaolin clay. And I did have kaolin clay in there with the lavender essential oil, and that just kind of acts like a binder and helps the scent kind of anchor into the soap a little bit better. Now, personally, I've never had a lot of issues with my essential oils fading out of the soap. Now, over time, they will, of course, but I've had bars that I made, and had around for a year that I just put back for myself, and the scent was still great on them when I used them. So I've never noticed it being a huge problem with my essential oils fading, but I definitely I definitely think that the kaolin clay makes it stay stronger longer. And now for the fun part of any rainbow soap, which is the colors. So these are all from Nurture Soap. It's their Epic Color Sampler Set. And the two I'm starting off with is the green and the purple. The green is Force of Nature, and the purple is Queen for a Day, which I think the name has changed on this one, but I'll have everything linked down below for you so that you can find it under its current name. So I'm just adding the oil in, and then going to go ahead and get the oil split off into my other colors as well. The yellow is Full Throttle, and as you can tell, these are neons. For the red, I did Trial by Fire. That's not included in the sampler set, but it's the best red out there. So I highly recommend that one. So just going to get these poured off and move on to the next two. And for the blue, this is Making Waves, and the orange is Eye of the Tiger. Now, the blue one may have changed names as well now, but like I said, I'll have everything linked under its current names down in the description box. Now, I do use mostly Nurture Soap micas. I love them. I've used them for a long time. I am an affiliate with them, so when you use my link, I do get a small commission, but I've been using these colors and pigments for a long time. I recommend them above any other out there on the market. So it is something that I use every time I make soaps. So I think that you'll really like them as well. And now that everything's poured off, I'm just whisking the colors in to start with. Like I said, I was super nervous about things speeding up on me and becoming clumpy, and I really didn't want that to happen, just so that the drop swirls really came through. So I am just whisking them all to start with. It ended up, I probably could have stick blended most of these at least a little bit because they were super fluid, but like I said, I was nervous. So I decided to err on the side of caution and just whisk everything in. And I will say I was super excited to do a rainbow soap this time of year because it's not something you typically see. You know, a lot of the rainbow soaps come out in June in support of Pride, which is amazing. I think that's a great thing to do. But, you know, rainbows are fun. You can do them all year long. I typically do 1 or 2 soaps that are winter or holiday themed, but for the most part, I find that people really like to gift more of like my standard soaps, like my lavender and goat milk or my orange and calendula, or, you know, people are purchasing those for gifts for others. And the holiday soaps, they look pretty and they're fun to have around, but they're not what I find to be my most popular sellers by any means. So it doesn't make a lot of sense for me to make a lot of them and have on hand, because after the holidays over, it's always harder to get rid of a themed soap than it is more of a what you may call like a standard bar, like a non-holiday soap. And what kind of soaps do you like to buy this time of year? Do you buy themed holiday soaps, or do you stick to those more for like your hand soaps or things like that? Or when you're buying soaps for people or for yourself, do you buy more just the scents you like and like the classic bars of soap? Leave me a comment down below, because I think it's an interesting thing to kind of see, and I'd love to hear your thoughts on it. Alright, so now I'm going to go ahead and start pouring everything into the mold. I'm just starting with the main batter, which is just the natural batter with the coconut milk in it. And it's still really fluid. Like I said, I probably could have blended just a little bit longer just to get a little better drops than I did end up with. But as I said, I was nervous, so I erred on the side of caution. So now I'm just going to go ahead and drop all of the colors in. You'll see the orange, it kind of spread a little bit. So this is the one where I definitely could have blended it longer, but you know, I just kept going. And in the end, you'll see like the soap bars turned out really well. So you can see each individual color, but I definitely started to get nervous at this point. And I did end up giving these last 3 colors a little bit of a stick blend. So the blue and the purple, and I believe that I also gave the green a little bit of a blend. And they definitely were a little better consistency after just a second or two with the stick blender. And I did keep the top of this one pretty simple. I think with all the colors, you didn't really need much. So just gave it a nice little swirl, and then I spritzed it down with some rubbing alcohol and added in a little touch of glitter on the top. And I did let this soap set up for 48 hours before I popped it out of the mold, and miraculously my corners turned out just fine. So apparently patience is actually a virtue, and I need to practice it more often. But the corners were really nice and clean on it. I was super happy with it. And just look at the bars. They turned out so nice. You can see each of the colors. really bright and vibrant, and just that little bit of glitter on the top. But yeah, so apparently definitely need to be more patient with taking my soaps out of the mold. And once we got a bar or so in, I really liked how the swirls were coming out. You could start to make out each of the individual colors a little bit better. And I feel like there was a better mix of the colors than on that first bar. But overall, super happy with how it turned out. The lavender stayed nice and strong with it. And I think that's like a nice kind of universal scent since the person's going to be giving these out as Christmas gifts because most people like lavender. You know, there's a few that it may not be their favorite, but overall most people like lavender, so it's a pretty safe scent choice if it's something that you're going to be giving out to multiple people. And I really do like how the drops turned out on this soap. Now I think the next time I do a rainbow soap, I want to try doing it as layers. That does, in my opinion at least, make it a little more difficult just because when you are going for that layered look, you want all the layers to be the same size and you want them to be even and no breaking through, anything like that. So I think that just kind of complicates the design a little bit. I love the vibrancy of the drop, but I think there's also something to be said for like a classic layered rainbow soap. So what do you all think? Do you like drop rainbow soaps better, or do you like layered ones? Do you think one it looks better over the other one? And do you like it when they have, like this one has the white base, or do you like it only to be the rainbow colors? Leave me a comment down below and tell me what you prefer. So I hope you enjoyed seeing me make this rainbow soap. If you haven't subscribed already, I would love it if you did and become part of my community here on YouTube. Take care, and I'll catch you in my next video. Bye!